Greetings and welcome back to Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes, my Kingdom of Altar playthrough. So I had a change of heart about how we're going to handle Abiex. I looked at Abiex. He is an elemental. So I decided to shift some equipment around and bring some stuff that gives bonuses to elementals. And I've also decided, instead of sending the army, I've decided to break them off. Matter of fact, let me have the Pioneer move. Well, I can't move anymore this turn. But I'm sending the Blades of Athica with the two younger heroes, henchmen, back to the town. And I decided to bring Lord Relias and Yanusk and a handful of others, my two high-level assassins, Alejandre, Amish, and Prelius. And I believe I'm going to give Prelius that two-handed sword, because I do not believe he currently has a shield. No, he just has the Sinian broadsword. Now, it does give him a pretty good initiative, but I believe I'm going to give him the two-handed sword to use in this fight, at least, that Mausolus got from the previous one, the Heart of the Glacier. Now, somebody has a Banishing Warhammer. Who was it? I think I left it back in Ziggertalk. I bet it was one of these. Okay, he has a regular mace. Yeah, the Banishing Warhammer. That would have a higher attack versus elementals. So I think I'm going to have him ride out here and give that Banishing Warhammer to someone. Actually, he probably should have given it to Prelius. So yeah, let's have him catch up with this army and trade. And let Prelius use this for now. I'll give the two-handed sword to my assassin that does not have a shield. But yeah, let's currently trade and equip that to Prelius. And of course, Kelda Briatlu will head back to Ziggertalk. And I am running Hayton over here to give the wizard his staff, because it is a banishing staff that does more damage against elementals. Now, this isn't a ranged staff, so I'll have to get up in combat with the guy and smack him. May not be the best idea, but I think it would be a good idea for somebody to have that staff, since this is an elemental. And another thing I plan on doing, I do need to save up for one more of the curatives before we do this fight, because Amish has Afraid of Dying, which is minus 30 accuracy against higher levels. He is currently level 7. Abiex is level 19. I do not need his accuracy getting completely tanked, but let's check before we decide on that. Right now, his accuracy is 82. Now, he will be in with a commander, Lord Relias. Okay, he gives 5, 15, 30. So he'll still get a plus 20. He'll still have over 100 accuracy. So I don't need to get rid of that just yet, as long as he's in the army with Lord Relias. But yeah, Mausolus is probably going to keep the weapon he has, the Doom Maul, because it's such a high attack. And I'm also sending one other person this way, and that is Tuatha. Because Tuatha has a decent amount of hit points, he'll regenerate and all of that. And he has the Maul, so he also has a fairly decent damage. Although equipping everybody with spears would probably have been a better idea, since Abiex has pretty high armor with 76. We're going to be doing very little damage in melee to him. And do I have anybody who can heal besides Tuatha? I believe Immitlook has a heal. He has Water Adept and Earth Adept and Geomancy. Let's just go to his traits. Okay, he doesn't have the Life Adept. and he doesn't have healer. I do know, I don't think anybody who's I'm bringing besides Tuatha will be able to heal, which might be a little unfortunate. So we might want to stock up on some healing potions. Now, one of the great things about Prelius is Prelius has this summon slag ability, so I will be able to summon slag as cannon fodder for this fight. But yeah, let's see. We're going to have... I'm keeping Emmett Look because of a spell he has. And of course the Storm Dragon and Mausolus. And then we're bringing 2 Assassins and Prelius from that group. Yonisk, Lord Relias, and Tuatha. So currently Tuatha is my only one that can heal. That may be bad. But I also plan on buffing the hell out of my party with certain spells. I will probably give Mantle of the Oceans to Tuatha, as well as my other character, Emmett Look, who has spells he can cast. I will probably give them all Evade and Nature's... Well, Nature's Cloak is Fire, Lightning, and Cold. That really isn't that useful. But Evade, definitely. Courage on each of them, because that just gives spell resistance. Cloak of Thorns, probably. And Burning Blade on all of them, because he does not have any resistance to fire. His only resistance is poison. And of course, I can't nuke him down, and I can't do this curse because it has to be cast in my territory, unfortunately. But I can give some buffs to my party. Now, none of these buffs really look like they will help resist the fear. I think the fear resistance happens just off of your spell resist. So the higher levels will have the better chance here. Like Yonisk has a 20 spell resist. And Lord Relias has a 36. Now the spell mastery, he has an 89 spell mastery. Percentage chances units resistible spells take effect. So I would have to have an 89 to have him have no chance of it taking effect. That is the one problem. So dropping it down by about 30 points, it still has a 50% chance of hitting Lord Relias, I think. But I am going to have those spells to boost our resistance in effect. Let's see, what's Mausolus's spell resist? Only 10. That's unfortunate. The dragon is the one who resisted it last time, has a 66. So that means there's only about a 20% chance it will get hit by fear. And it has an 86 spell mastery. So it has about a 60% chance of causing Obiex to become afraid. Which is what I'm hoping for, that will happen. But that means that some of these others I'm bringing, like Emmett Look, he's got a very low spell resist. He might end up getting locked down. Now he has a very high spell mastery. If I can get him to act, one of the spells he has access to is Sunder. That will do 45 damage to an elemental. And I don't believe defense will protect against that. So that means every time he casts it, he can do 45 to Obiex, who only has about 300 hit points. It'd only take him about 6 castings to kill him. But that is my plan in reorganizing a little bit and moving people around. Oh, and I was looking around at my caravans, and I saw a caravan somewhere. That one's. I saw a caravan somewhere that was headed to Tarth. So I think it was just starting out in this area here somewhere. Yeah, that's the one going to Goria. So I am pretty sure... Yeah, that one is going to Calder. And that one is going to Hope. That's it. That one is going to Hope, which is the Tarth world capital. So I do know these caravans respawn now, because I know that one was destroyed. And this one was headed to Calder. And I saw the one, there it is, that was headed to Paradin. That one's headed to New Paradin. There's the one that trades to Magnar. And there's the one that goes to Gildan. Olafissa's timber mill is completed. It is now working on a study, and that was the final upgrade of the timber mill. I guess I've already gotten fully upgraded the mill. So yes, now we're just going to be knocking those out. Laramug completed its merchant. It is now working on a mason. And since I have completed the merchant, let's see, 1, 2, all right, 1, 2, 3. I need one here, and then I think I was going to put the cleric there. So here, I may hold off on doing here until I grow to level 2 and put like the grocer or something there. So let's actually just queue up the town hall, the upgrade to it. And I do need to put some enchantments here. I just noticed I don't have my city enchantments. So we want Sovereign's Call, so this town grows faster. And since I'm going to be spamming a bunch of spells, right now I'm going to put meditation on here. And before we do anything else, let's move Wilbur's army up here and claim this spot. Yes, I can still settle there. So I can also move this pioneer up and settle there. So we have Urin and a Harabin. Urin, let's go ahead and cast Sovereign's Call here right now because we want this city to grow. Now, we aren't near the forest yet. We should be near where we could set up a dock. But I'm not seeing the option for the dock, even though I'm right adjacent to one. So we want to build down this road so we can catch that and over here. We'll get a forest over this way. Now, before we do anything else, any of these other constructions, we're going to go ahead and claim per Audra. Build a monument here to tap into the water power of this location. After we get that, we'll be able to build off of this. So I can start a building here and then move down this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th. And that looks like it would be considered forest. So I should be able to get the lumber mill right there next to the iron ore. And since we built down this way, I would be able to build over this way. If I didn't get the lumber mill there, I could get it here to get down to the gold deposit. Or I could actually leave that, yeah, because I can't build across the river. Now I am going to need to build over this way, at least one tile, so that I can get a dock, apparently. I'm not sure what I would want right here near the docks. The garden? Now we could, let's see, we'll get, to build to these, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be a 9th structure. That's about all we can expand to. I'm not going to be able to wrap around to get to that one. But I can still build here for a dock for now. Or actually, I don't need to build there for a dock if I didn't want to. I might be able to build one there when I go to wrap around. Because this would be adjacent to there. I could build the dock there, for example. But this will work for now. I can always move this if I wanted to or needed to. As for a Haraban, I should be able to start with a lumber mill. Or logging camp. And let's build it right here next to the road. Or actually right here. That should also make me eligible possibly for a dock when it is built. There's nothing I really need to race to with this. I mean, I could push over this way to get to that, but I'm kind of hoping to oust these guys. So we'll just start with that. After it is built, if I can't put the dock on that corner, I can put like the workshop beside it, and that would possibly allow me to get to this next tile and put it there. Alright, Lord Relias, I'm going to go ahead and have merged with this army. We're going to go to the second army, and everyone but the Pioneer needs to head back to Aplarunen. My second Pioneer, I think I'll just have them wait on the Crystal Crag. Let's put them on guard. Let's have Giannis meet up with this group, or try to. And let's get Haitian closer. And we can actually send out Emmet to get closer to Haitian. Oh, he's already moved this turn. Yeah, he has 0 movement because Lord Relias merged with him. So much for that idea. Alejandre and his army are going to head this way to merge. And Tuatha is heading this way to merge. I still can't train that extra order I need here. The Order of Lene. And we can go ahead and get started on casting our spells, so I can get an idea of how much it's going to cost me. So 4 unit spells. Burning Blade is only 10 mana. So we can, to cast that on all 9 of our units, or 8 of our units. Yeah, I'm sending a 9th here, and there's only room for 8. I may have to leave somebody behind. 8 units would be 80 for that. 8 units with the Cloak of Thorns would be another 280, so that would be a total of 360. Courage would be another 64 for 424. Evade would be another 80 for 504. And if I wanted to give somebody Mantle of Oceans, I'd need 529. So I think we're better off holding off on casting spells for a couple more turns and let it build up. You know, basically wait till everybody gets over here and I decide who all's going to actually be in the army. Because IBX damage, his attack rating is 81. And he also can spit acid that does a lot of damage. But his he has an attack rating of 81. And that's all physical damage. So I need more defense for my units. Let's see. Without any defense, I have 110 defense with Lord Relias. So, well, that's the overall army. I have 24 defense, so he'll take about 60 a hit. That'd be half his life. Emmet would take about 70. That's more life than he has. The Storm Dragon will take about 40. He can take quite a few hits. Mausolus would take about 50. He could take 3 hits. Yanisk would take about 60 a hit. He would survive an initial hit. Of these guys, he would be one-shotted. He would be one-shotted. He could survive 1 hit. I think as much as I would like to do this, and because the dragon's going to be a big help, I have a whole bunch of heroes that are probably going to get knocked down, and I don't have a lot of healing. This guy has a pretty high defense. I think this is not going to work out as easily as the other one did because he does not have the vulnerability to fire. And I think most everybody else who goes on this mission is going to get knocked unconscious if he doesn't succumb to the fear. So maybe it would be a better idea for us to level up a bit more to build up our spell resist and for me to get plate mail for a lot of these people so they can tank more hits. But no guts, no glory. Let's give it a shot. Worst that can happen is a bunch of because none of these units can be actually killed except for the dragon. But basically, I could probably recruit another dragon. And I think the dragon will actually survive. I'm more worried about everybody else getting knocked unconscious. And of course, Mausolus could protect the dragon if he had to. So I think it'll be an ugly fight at this point. We're not really prepared enough that we need to be. But I'm going to give it a shot, probably. Well, no probably to it. I'm going to give it a shot. I just got to wait for everybody to get in position. Go get him, Tuatha. Boy, he jogs kind of slow. Taking the scenic route. I need to get a road going from Farcross. Well, there is a road going this way now. Agakober has grown to level 5. The Guild Lending House will immediately give me Gildar. Guild Tribunal. Increase your production per material by 2 across your empire. That would make it 32. Or the Mint of Ravenna increases Gildar production in any city it's constructed in. Scales with the material yields. Well, we have 4 materials here. That would be 5 extra Gildar per materia. So that'd be 20 extra Gildar a season for that. I think I am going to put a Mint of Ravenna here. And now I can switch to producing wealth. A Haraban's logging camp is completed. We want to make that a lumber yard. And no, I'm still not able to build a pier or dock or anything like that. Oh, I think I know why. I think you have to be a town to do that. But let's go ahead and build the workshop right next to it. And the workshop is actually faster than the lumberyard, but only by 1 season and doesn't give as much of a bonus, so we will do the lumberyard before we get the workshop. Now we have 26 unrest, or we actually have 31 unrest here. And the unrest is affecting our production by 30%. So we do want a bell tower eventually. I'm just not sure where I want it yet. But yeah, the piers, the reason I'm not able to get the pier, you have to be a town to get those. Yep, you didn't make it. I snagged all the area. Ha ha. You were 1 turn too slow. Why am I building the garden before I build this monument? The monument was supposed to be first. No wonder I didn't. For some reason I slid that back or something. But the monument is the one with the progress to it. Alright, so we will have... Well, since I'm now next to him, let's trade the banishing staff to Alahande, and Hayton will go back to town. These 3 will merge up here. Now everybody's in one big army. I didn't want that. Let's move the pioneer out. Oh, I can't now. Let's move Yonisk here. Do army management. Move the pioneer out and Yonisk in here. I might pull one of the assassins out. Let's see. So we need to do some trading. I have a legendary broadsword. Mausolus has that Heart of the Glacier. It's a two-handed weapon. Alejandra, he has the bronze shield. I gave him the banishing staff. That does 18 versus his... This one would do 30. He's going to keep the silver broadsword and the bronze shield. Let's trade that to Mausolus. Hamish, I think may be the one I leave out of this fight. Prelius has the banishing warhammer. Yonisk, yep, so until Tuatha gets here, I would have to... The Heart of the Glacier is two-handed. I would have to give up my shield, which is providing me with 6 defense, 6 dodge, and reflection. That Heart of the Glacier has a huge attack rating, though. This is not two-handed. Alright, let's... Oh, I didn't mean to equip that. Or unequip that. What I need to do... He doesn't have a shield. So let's give him the Heart of the Glacier. Let's trade that Banishing Warhammer. The Doom Maul is a 30 attack. This is a 24 versus Elementals. It's not as effective as the Doom Maul. I could give him... The Banishing Staff has no initiative penalties, so he'll be able to cast fairly quickly. So we need to give Emmetluck that. That is a 25. That is a 30. So yeah, I actually don't think anybody's going to end up using the Banishing Warhammer unless it is... Because that would be a 24 with a -4 initiative. Let's have a look at Tuatha. Ooh. That is a 25. This is still better than the Banishing Warhammer. So, if we want Tuatha to be in here, we're going to have to give up somebody. He's just got, almost just has the Sinian Broadsword, so I think he's not going to be in this fight. Let's give him back the Banishing Warhammer to take back to his town. And let's switch him out of this army. We will have him ride back next season. Now, he's level 7. Alejandro was level 10. Yeah, Alejandro's the one to take, even though his hit points are a little bit lower. Laramug has grown to level 2. What type of settlement? It's got 2 essence, 3 materia, and 4 food. Yeah, if I made this another fortress, I would have a lot of fortresses over here. Maybe I make this a town for more Gildar. Well, I'd like at least 3 essence for Conclave, and I'm doing good on research anyway. Towns give me more bonuses to my other cities. I think we will make it a town. We're about to have 3 more towns, it looks like. I mean, fortress would be nice. I know it's got clay over here. Very little difference in the production of fortress versus town. Or in the Gildar is about double it for the town. And the research is doubled for that. Yeah, I think we're going to make this a town. I've got enough fortresses in the immediate vicinity. Now I have additional buildings I can do. Let's see. Yeah, I can put the grocer here, or the market. The market will become a tax office. The grocer will become the butcher. The well becomes a festival. So here, I will put the market there. And Olafisa completed its study. It's now working on a storehouse. And I can upgrade that study to a school. Alright, so if we go to the other army here, we will send Hamasa back to Ziggertok. Tuatha's almost made it here. Yeah, look at all these pioneers. Y'all were wishing you could snag this, weren't you? Oh, of course, they may be about to snag some outpost around here. We'll have to see. Nearby Clay Pit is within our zone of control. We finally overtook this area. Liramug completed its Mason. It should be able to upgrade that to a mill. It's working on the lumberyard. Right after the lumberyard, I want the mill. And then we have to get the town hall and the market and all. Tuatha should merge up. So Lord Relias's army is now filled out. We can start moving again. And I'll just cast the spells when I get closer. We'll keep the pioneers moving with us. Apparently they can't move through that. Harabin has completed its lumberyard. It's now working on the workshop, and we can upgrade that lumberyard to a timber mill. Oh, we've got some armies to fight here. So there's some earth elementals coming out this way we're going to have to clean out. Longbows. Conducting the research necessary to craft these weapons, which will give your archers the ability to fire upon your enemies without putting themselves directly into danger, will also provide numerous examples of expert bowmen at work, from historical sources as wide-ranging as the 99 of Redstone and the Droda of Zabril. We should outfit our archers with the new and improved longbows to replace their outdated short bows. So we have a 13 is our fastest in magic. We're going to get siege weapons. This will give us our final army size. So I could have an extra person with this army. Have you wandered off too far yet, Homish? We're going to bring him back to this army. It's going to take us 9 seasons to get this. That would allow me to get Afraid of Dying taken care of. And he also needs to borrow a shield. Let's see. Adu Brasper. You've got a shield you can spare, right? Oh man, maybe I should have brought you instead of Yonisk. You've got a 60 defense. What weapon do you have? You need a weapon upgrade. I could give him the Banishing Warhammer and bring him as well instead of the Assassin. Yeah, I didn't even think Adu Brasper might have been pretty effective. Well, he's only got 75 hit points. But yeah, let's bring Adu Brasper. And first, let's swing by here. Shop. We need one of those Iru elixirs. Actually, we might buy 2. But Adu Brasper is in full plate. And we will send you up the road. We'll actually have send Homasa back. But he'll get rid of his Afraid of Dying. And he will give the Banishing Warhammer to him. So let's actually go back and have him equip his Sinian Broadsword for now. Olafisa completed its storehouse. It's working on a bakery. Uran completed its monument. It's working on a garden. And now I should be able to extend further out. I think we want... I really don't want it on the road, but so be it. We want the merchant right here, because this is where all the traffic is going to be going. Or actually, we probably want the merchant right there. What would we want right here? The bell tower? It'll end up being town square. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we go like that, we'd also need 6... Let's see, we'd need 6, 7, 8. Now if we build here, we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. Actually, this counts as 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we build here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 either way. Now let's put the bell tower right there. And let's actually get it first so it drops the unrest a bit. And we're going to clear out the earth elementals. One of them resisted. Alright, Alahande has a weapon that does fairly good against these guys. I need stamina for the shadow step. See, most of them would not be able to move up and support me. I could go for this group. Well, let's see, most of them can get over to that group. These 3 can. Yeah, I'll head over here and hit this one. Lord Relias. I have Blink, so I can instantly teleport somewhere. Now that took his turn though, but he's over there, blocking them from coming that way. Now the dragon's turn. I can hit a storm, or I can move up and actually do some damage. I do a decent amount. Let's hit the back one. Yanisk can't get anywhere. Do I not have guard on my hotbar? I want guard up here, not your stupid anti-dragon spell that is pointless. We'll just pass with him. Emmet look. Yeah, it's a melee weapon, this anti-elemental one. But I do have Sunder that will do 45 damage. Let's see how effective it is. Oh yeah, it went straight through their defense. Prelius now has a blizzard ability. And I want the blizzard there. Units take 25 damage per member. But these guys are single people. But yeah, let's see how well... It has a casting time of 2. That's the one disadvantage. I don't really think I need it for this fight. And Prelius is pretty fast. So we'll have him come over and support on this one. He does a decent amount of damage with that. I'll have Tuatha head this way. I now have the Withstand ability. Get rid of your stupid Dragon Slayer. Alright, so Stun, Shield Bash, Crushing Blow. Fireball and Heal. Mausolus. Hold the line in place of Vatula's Dragon Slayer right now. Actually, guard. That was supposed to be guard. Yeah, it's supposed to be guard and then hold the line. Yeah, I will know in a future game. Never accept the spell Vatula's Dragon Slayer. I hate it popping up on my hotbar when I thought I had removed it. But we'll have Mausolus move up here. And I am going to guard, I think, the Storm Dragon. Now Lord Relias gets to go. He does very little damage. The Storm Dragon could kill this one. Those two are still afraid. Alejandre will move up. Minor damage. Yonisk can move up to hit this one. About the same minor damage. Emmett, look, I'll cast... I don't need to cast Sunder for this one. I need to bank my points. And I'm going to need some saved up to be able to cast multiple Sunders in the next battle as well. Gift of Iron is one I need to cast soon in it. I'll just have Prelius pass. He can't get to anyone. Lord Relias gets to go again. Let's move here so we're not blocking people. Tuatha can move up here. Good, I don't have Vatula's Dragon Slayer on here anymore, at least. I'm going to have Alejandre Shadow Shift to this one. And then move over here and kill this guy. Hit that guy. Now Mausolus can get to this one. I can almost get there. Let's go ahead and rush. Just to start dogpiling this guy. Let's see how well this staff works. Very puny. Three points to the dragon. Yeah, it appears Lord Relias's weapon isn't that effective against people with high armor. Maybe I do want to buy spears for everyone. Let's see, I've got somebody in range to do some shopping. The boar spears ignore 33% of a victim's defense, but they're two-handed. They only have an 11 attack, though. Well, these things have a much higher attack. I mean, I have the more than double that attack, so ignoring 33% of the defense really doesn't matter that much for that point. It's my attack rating is 26 versus his... Well, ignoring 33% of his defense isn't really going to help. 33% of his defense, it'd still be like a 50 or 40 to 50. Now, I think I will hold there so that they can catch up. I'm not trying to select Lord Relias. I'm trying to select the bloody pioneers. There we go. Oh, I do have one more movement point with them. There we go. And I was having Adabrasper come back this way. He's going to take Omasa's place. And I should have enough resources to finally train that Order of Linnae. Alright, first thing I want to do is bring Adabrasper up here. And trade. I want him to equip the Banishing Warhammer, I think. And head over this way. And Homasa needs to go finally back to Ziggertok. I don't think he moves, so I'm just going to wait here. Put that one on guard. Laramoo completed its lumber yard. It's working on a mill. And it can upgrade a lumber yard to a timber mill. Though I think before I get the mill, since the town hall only takes 3 seasons, we need to get it knocked out to get the unrest reduced further so that our production is less impacted. A Haraban completed its workshop. I do need the bell tower to reduce this one as well. Let's put the bell tower here. And let's actually prioritize it before we do the timber mill. Well, actually, we'll get the mason first, because it takes the same amount of time. And let's say we're producing growth when we run out of anything else. Also, this one needs to produce growth. Oh! I ran that guy off without his healing potion, didn't I? Oh, well. Well, somebody else has got to go back to that town, and somebody might need that potion. I forgot to trade that. Alright, Adu Brasper needs to close the distance here. It'll take 4 seasons. I will be 3 seasons away from siege weapons then. Yithril has conquered the Tar City of Ikrahapaim. And Olafisa has completed its bakery. It's working on an inn. It can upgrade the bakery to a butcher. And I guess I could be doing some more upgrades to my armies. We have gotten Athica. I believe everything here is fully upgraded, except for cloaks. Let's see, do you need anything? I think I like the monk's robe over the Aegis robe. 6 defense. 6 defense is nice. Do you not have any... Yeah, you do. But yeah, let's see if we go to him and inspect. His dodge is 15 with the monk's robe and the Sindarian staff. It's not an awesome dodge. His defense is 9. But yeah, if I went to the other one, he'd only have a 10 dodge. Alright, everybody there is upgraded. Let's look at Avalan. Yeah, we can upgrade the people here. The only change here is the Dragonhide Cloak. I'm not that worried about it yet. But the change here is a huge amount of attack. And, of course, going from 4 troops to 5. Those Blades of Athica already have the cloak, it appears. As do these archers. So I did have 1 unit of... Was it 1 or 2? Did this guy have it? Yeah, they've got the red cloak. So I've only got 1 unit that needs the cloak here. But that's going to... Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Just make them all upgraded fully. And let's check here. White cloak, white cloak. Only one of these has the cloak. But that's expensive to upgrade. 15 and 130. Oh, and I haven't gone to my design units page to check out and see what they added. That also reminds me, I do have archers here. They can't upgrade their weapon. They already have longbows. Alright, if we go to here and go to train and design, they added in the crossbowmen. All they have is a crossbow and gloves. They're relatively cheap units that just have crossbows. Let's go ahead and hide that. Now let's go to the shop with someone and look at the bows. Actually, let's go with Kieran. Or Syrah. Because he is got an actual archer weapon. He's the one I want to compare. He has a flaming longbow. So the new bows we had the short bow, which was 7. This one added 2 more initiative and 2 more attack. That's all it really did, was a little bit more initiative, a little bit more attack. The crossbow added, it's kind of a midpoint between them. It's better than a short bow, but slower and weaker than a longbow. However, it does have the power shot where you can strike through 3 enemies in a line. I may consider designing units that use that, or just give that to certain heroes. Urin has completed its bell tower. It is now working on a garden. Yeah, let's put the cleric right here. And let's also upgrade that town hall, though it's going to take 5 seasons. So the cleric is actually the fastest one. We want it next. That will also speed up our production by reducing unrest. A Haraban completed its mason. It's now working on the bell tower. I can queue up the mill. Before I do the timber mill, because they're both the same time. And the Order of Linnaea in Athica is completed. It does not need any upgrades since it was just churned out. The Order of Tylan does not need any upgrades. Alright, Enium has a staff, and that's mainly to give him no modifiers, but I could see him running up and smacking things. There's not really anything else I would want to change out here. We have the 4 Blades of Athica and the 2 Order. All of these are actual units. Back to Avalon. Everything here is pretty much squared away. We do have Nasa. He's got a plate mail helm for someone. And he's currently using a short bow. Now Nasa is my healer, so I would rather him have a weapon with less initiative penalty. But he is leading the archers. So we could upgrade him to a regular longbow. That would boost his initiative a little bit. Only costs 75 Gildar. Or we could actually give him the crossbow. He won't have any changes in his initiative, but he'd have that power shot ability. But he has spells. So yeah, let's give him a longbow. Just because it has better initiative. And apart from, I think everybody here is upgraded. So I can slowly upgrade these guys' cloaks, I guess. That's expensive, but I can slowly do it. I got 1 more to upgrade next. Well, that does remind me, though. Do they have the upgraded? Oh, he's got a soldier's cloak for the spell resist. Oh, Enium is ahead of the Order. That's what he is. No, if he was ahead of the Order, he'd have better stats. Do I want to lose 5 dodge for 6 more defense? I'm not sure. Do I want the spell resist, or do I want 2 extra defense? I'm not sure. Either one is expensive, I think. Adobrasper is still 3 turns away. 3 seasons away. It is with grave news I speak to you today. Okay, somebody else found Delin, the Pyre of Man. I'm not sure where he is. Urin has grown. Alright, we have 3 materia, 5 grain and no mana here. I mean, 1 essence here. So this is going to be a town as well, I think. Now we have extra buildings. Yeah, right about here, I think we'll put the grocer. We'll probably put the market here. And then, of course, the lumber mill. And probably the workshop. And over this way, after we did the grocer, we'll put the merchant right there. And the monument right there. And we should now be able to do the pier. Or do we... I'm still not seeing it pop up, but I think we have to complete that first to actually get the thing. We'll see. Laramug completed its town hall. It's working on the mill. That's the highest upgrade of the town hall. Mill will take 6 seasons, then the timber mill. The market would only take 3 and allow us to stage another thing. But I think the investment of at least getting the mill first would be a better idea. It will take 6 turns for that and 3 for that. Let's swap them around. We'll get the market right after we get the mill. Olafisa has completed its inn. It's working on a tax office. It can upgrade that inn to a festival. I should be able, I think everybody else has the new cloak. I should be able to upgrade this last one. It'll go from 25% resist to cold to 50% resist to fire, I think, as well as just gaining 1 defense. But now they are all upgraded. We've upgraded all of these. Though I think this one needs an extra unit. Let's see, we've got the 4 Blades of Athka. Nasa is the head of the 2 archers. And Yanisk is the only one who's left this town. So I think we need another archer. Oh no, I know what I was saving that last spot for. A catapult. And I actually meant to have a siege engine with every army, but not every army needs a siege engine, I don't think. But yeah, we want a catapult as the last one here. Lene is pretty much outfitted until I get some different elementals I can summon. I do need to upgrade these units. Of course, I can't upgrade those. Let's see. Do you need any gear? Yes, you do. You currently have a Fending Blade. That's pretty weak. I think I'll give her the Banishing Warhammer when it comes... No, that belongs back in Ziggertalk. I think I will give her one of the Asinian Broadsword and keep that Assassin with the 2-handed, probably. So she has a Cloak of the Stars, a Kite Shield, leather armor because she can't equip chain. And right now she has an Amulet of Haste. Now the Lenaean mages are fire and earth, so I think I will give her a fire amulet to go along with that. But for now, the first thing I need to do is upgrade these units to have the full allotment. And I just realized I wasn't supposed to have 3 units of... Well, no, the Order of the Tower is pretty damn weak, I decided. I don't really want to use them if I can avoid them. I may throw a couple every now and then doing... I may use the Order of the Tower as kind of like cheaper units to keep an eye on the watchtowers, because I wouldn't mind losing them. Kind of like scouts. And I really drained my gold on that, but I need to buy some more gear for Mariam. I need to buy some gear for my Lenaean mage, who needs a name, by the way. Inifa. And my head of the order has that Hellfire Staff as an actual range attack instead of the Monk Staff. That kind of reduced his dodge, his ability to counterattack, but it gave him a little bit more power here. I may actually give her the Hellfire Staff and do away with the Sword and Shield and put him back with the Monk Staff, even though it's relatively weak. I don't know. I do like the dodge and all of that, but he's going to be relatively weak for eternity with just a Monk Staff. But he does need trinkets. But that will have to wait. A Haraban's bell tower is completed. It is now working on the mill. The bell tower can be upgraded to a town hall. I think the bell tower is more important than the mason gives a nice bonus, but bell tower's faster. I think the bell tower's more important. Upgrading it is more important than the mill. Or actually building a cleric. I can't build a cleric here. That's right. Now that we've got a little bit more gold, I do need to check and see if any of my heroes, Inium has no injuries. And we had just done, let's check, Nasa, no injuries. And he's the only person there. These two are both brand new. They won't have injuries. And I forgot to rename the head of the order. Telderv. Alright, Miriam, I don't think she has injuries. No. Now she is an actual mage. So yeah, let's see. The Amulet of Flames is 180. I'll just hold off on buying any more gear for her just yet. But I think I am going to give her the Hellfire Staff and get a staff back for the head of the order for now. 3 more seasons until we get siege weapons. We should get it next spring, I think. Nearby iron ore is now within our zone of control, because Uran completed its cleric. Upgrading that cleric to a shrine would take 4 seasons. About the same time as the town hall. The town hall is more important because of the zone of control. And we want the grocer right here. There's only a 1 season difference between the garden and the shrine and all of those, and I think the unrest will help us out more than the food per grain right now. That iron mine just gives us metal per season. Doesn't really matter. Until it gets down to like 1 season, it doesn't really matter. It's not a priority. Alright, so let's trade. And have the head of the order give me that Hellfire Staff. Although that doesn't require being a mage to use. That's the reason I gave it to him. I may go with the Lightning Staff, or I may just keep a weapon and a shield. I don't know. That Hellfire Staff does have an initiative penalty, which kind of takes out him being head of the order, because the whole benefit of them, when I designed them, was high initiative. Yeah, he's losing... Why has he got a -1 from balance? Oh, to get more dodge. So yeah, he's got a 22 base, and he is losing 6 from the Hellfire Staff. It's got a 43 dodge, so he is high dodge. But yeah, I think I will keep him, even though it does tank his initiative a little bit. I think I will keep him with the Hellfire Staff. That would be a lot more effective in combat, because he doesn't have any magic. That'd be a lot more effective in combat than the staff. Now, I do have somebody who has a staff. Not Nasa. Inium. He has a Sindarin staff. So if I go get a Sindarin staff, it might be somewhat useful, because that does add counterattacks and dodge. And it does not tank initiative. But I think the high initiative really more matters for my spellcasters, since this guy doesn't have any spell casting. Him having the Hellfire Staff is perfect. I might end up replacing like my mage, instead of him having the mage's staff, him having that quarter staff, because it won't have... Well, the mage's staff only has a 2 initiative penalty. But that would boost his dodge a little bit. See, what is Mariam's dodge? Her dodge is not too bad. But she's getting it because of the blade and the shield. And she's going to lose the bonus from the blade if she upgrades her weapon. And she's also getting an initiative bonus from the blade. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get her Amulet of Flames. And I think I want her to have the Amulet of Warding. She's going to have a lot of amulets. And probably the Braided Belt as her last item. We are all scrambling to recover the knowledge lost during the Cataclysm. Let's speed up the process. I will give you 71 in warfare in exchange for your civilization. It sounds like a good trade. Laramug has grown to level 3. Guild Grocer, more hit points. Guild Warehouse, more Gildar when producing. It's got 4 materia. Or the Slums, more growth but more unrest. I'm thinking the Guild Grocer still. That is just so difficult for me to pass up. Because the more cities you get, the more it adds. Gold Deposit is in my territory now. Your non-aggression pact with Tarth and Paradin has expired. They're still at war. I'll just renew these. Olafisa completed a tax office. It's now working on the Life Shrine. The powerful Gildan are destroying us. Can you send anything to help us? Money, material, anything? Reslin, I'm sorry, but you are doomed. It's not in my interest to help you. You are an empire, where I am a kingdom. Okay, 4 materia, 2 food, no essence. Of course, this is going to be a town. Olafisa completed its Life Shrine. It's working on a school. A Haraban completed its Town Hall. It's working on the mill. And now, since none of these really boost anything production-wise by removing unrest or anything, there's no real reason to prioritize them over getting the mill and the timber mill and then the all done. Well, an Athican longsword upgrade. Let's see, it's 19 and 2 initiative and 2 counterattacks. If we go over to Ziggertalk and look at the assassin we sent back, the weapon he has, the Sinian broadsword, because since he doesn't have a shield, I'll end up giving him the 2-handed sword, I think. It's 1 less attack, but the same initiative, and 1 less counterattack, but it gives a bonus versus Twisted. So I think I'll just give her the Sinian broadsword. As a matter of fact, I can ride over there and do that now. I mean, he's not doing anything else. We can ride over here. It'll take me a few days or a few seasons. Siege weapons. Research these techniques and you will be able to construct catapults patterned after those which the great army of Ithul used in its assault on the high citadel of Mergus Maz Adul. These weapons require considerable planning and skill to execute properly. Catapults are great at doing damage at range to a wide area. Use them to soften enemy lines. Okay, so we have 16 is the cheapest warfare. 13 is the cheapest magic. And 16 is the cheapest of that. So if I knock out Third Book of the Magi, I will get Falling Star. That hits multiple armies. Kurgan's Volcano. That destroys resources, improvements, and cities. A random increase in base stats to a champion for 150 mana. And I could reveal the entire map for as long as maintenance is paid, and that's only a 5 mana maintenance. Yeah, let's go ahead and work on Third Book of the Magi. Liramug completed its mill. It's working on the market. Alright, so Homasa can get here in a turn, but that damn caravan is in the way. So let's have Homasa go here. Okay, Homasa couldn't make it all the way there. Let's have Inium pop out of here. Oh, I think I just lost all of Inium's movement because he merged. So that's not going to matter now. I was going to have Inium. Alright, somebody besides Inium. I don't have any person I could send over here. I could send one of these guys. I could send Mariam over here. I send her to there. Have her trade. And get that Sinian broadsword. And for now, we'll give him the Fending Blade. He can sell it when he gets his other weapon back. She will return back here. And we can't really do anything with these because they're out of movement. But now that we have the full army allotment, it's time to start casting some spells on this group. So we want unit spells. We want Burning Blade. Select a target. Yeah, everybody's going to get a Burning Blade. Can I select multiples? No, I can only cast it on one at a time. Now we're going to cast Courage on all of them. We'll cast Evade on all of them. Maybe not the dragon. I don't know if it needs it. Screw it. We'll cast it on all of them. Can I select more? I wish you could select more than one target. Now the only one I could increase somebody's experience by 25 for 200, but I don't want to do that right now. Let's see. Cloak of Thorns is the only other thing. This is going to cost a lot, though. Have I been casting spells on the damn Pioneer? There's 9 of us. 9 times 35 is about 300 something. Alright, let's go to our Pioneer. Okay, I only think I put Evade on her. Let's go to spells. No, it's govern I need to go to. Enchantments. Let's go by target. And let's look for pioneer. We could also cancel the tutelage we have on a lot of the ones in the back. Yeah, let's dispel that. I'll keep it on the animals, even though they're not... Well, I can always recast it when I need to later. I'm just going to dispel this on a lot of the ones that aren't currently going to be in combat. Ariel, I can get rid of his tutelage. Just keep his summons. Yeah, I cast Evade on a Pioneer. That looks like it. So we're done dropping some of the spells. Now we're back positive, at least. So it's only 10 mana I spent by mistake by casting that on the Pioneer. So just in case I crash, be a good idea to save. It's always a good idea to save before battles like this in case you suffer a crash or you get bugged out and have to autocomplete and don't like the autocomplete result. Alright, let's go for it. Lord Relias versus Obiex. Now, one thing I did read on a post, I don't know if this was ever fixed, is that if you do auto-resolve, it ignores fear. So the fear effect that Obiex has, if I were to just send like an army of 9 spearmen against him, they would, with high initiative, they would probably butcher him on an auto attack because they would be completely immune to his fear effect. It doesn't trigger during the auto resolve. Everybody was afraid except for Lord Relias or Alejandre. Well, Alejandre is the one that I think... Alejandre is my assassin. Can he get up here? Oh, yeah! Oh, and Lord Relias is also available. But I don't think I can get up there to attack him. Oh, I can blink. I can get behind him. The Storm Dragon isn't afraid. But yeah, only one person can hit him here, unless I can get around. I'll move the Storm Dragon over here. And I guess hit Storm. Alright, Lord Relias, what spells do you have? Haste. Let's, haste. Which of my characters was it I wanted to haste? Look. Now, which one is Look? That one? Doesn't do nearly enough. They're still afraid. The Storm Dragon can breathe at least. Oh, that was a nice crit. Look can now go. So let's go to spells. To Sunder. Now, I'm not sure that was achievement unlocked, defeat the Lord who dwells below. I'm not sure how much the fight would have been more difficult, how much damage he could have possibly done to us, had we not had him locked down with fear. I know I would like to have been a lot closer to his level without that. So we got the Eye of Abiex and the Sunder. That's another two-handed weapon. That's a two-handed axe. I know exactly who the hell is getting that. Eye of Abiex awarded. Carved from the carapace of the elemental, the pupil inside this giant yellow orb still moves and looks around. Bonus to growth, 5 initiative for defending units. I actually think we want to do that at the nearest place, which is Linné. Even though it's probably not going to have the defending units, and none of my places need the growth. I just think it'd be neat to have it there. What do the numbers mean? That's their fame. Sunderer. This axe comes from a place of darkness, a place far below and unknown to men. Scrawled on the blade in the language of the brood is the word eater. 35 attack, and it has victims have their defense reduced by 50% for 5 rounds. Alright, who do I want to carry that? I can have Prelius carry that. And he also needs to carry the Banishing Staff, because he's fast. Let's have you equip that one. He's fast. He should be able to run around and give people their equipment back. Oh, yeah. Equip your Guardian Blade again. Trade that. Though I think he does need a sword upgrade. Who did I get the Sinian Broadsword from? I think that's his Sinian Broadsword, actually. Yeah, he's currently using the Heart of the Glacier. But I think I'm going to have him use Sunderer, and Heart of the Glacier is going to the guy who was with him who had a Sinian Broadsword. Sinian Broadsword is 18 to initiative, bonus versus Twisted. That's better than the Guardian Blade. That Adu Braspar has. I'll just give him the Guardian Blade to sell. So I am going to use Sunderer. And Heart of the Glacier is going to go to that assassin that traveled with me. Banishing Warhammer goes back to the Priest. I just need to swing up north to give the Banishing Staff back to the gentleman up there. So now it's time for Lord Relias's army to break apart. Lord Relias and Adu Braspar need to go back home. Oh, everybody's out of movement. I'm going to have to wait and all that crap. Look at all of this stuff here. Oh, please tell me I didn't hit next turn. So this area is a 3-3-3. We are settling right there. And right here we have a 4-3-3. There might be magic over there that I can't see. But I'm happy with the 4-3-3. Oh, and there's another area down here. 4-3-1. Need to produce... I can produce it here, I think. Train another settler. Pioneer. Now, if I go to design... I don't think I actually get to design catapults. It'd be nice to design your siege engine. But let's check out that catapult. I need to train up a catapult. It is going to take... Actually, it just takes a long time. Or a lot of production. But, I mean, it's not that expensive. We're going to train a catapult here for Avalan. And hopefully I can get this Pioneer over here and snag this before someone else can. But we have taken out 2 of the lords, which was nice. Alright, Enium needs to go back here. Oh, I have to advance the turn first. That's right. Oh, I forgot to set production on those 2 towns I just popped up. Yeah, neither of them did a damn thing. Urin has grown to level 3. Guild Grocer. I mean, getting my people's hit points up, just freaking awesome. Nearby Pillar of Mascrathenus is in my range. Build a monument here to tap the earth power in this location. And I need to cast some spells here. This is definitely going to be a conclave, I think. So we need... Oh, there was another thing I meant to do. I meant to go to Govern, go to Enchantments, have it sorted by target, and dispel all of these spells so that I am no longer paying maintenance on it. Unfortunately, I got a little carried away and accidentally ended up dispelling some of my summons, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and have these 2 switch which one they're in charge of. So I'm going to send her, Miriam, over to Thailand, where her ice elemental is. So she's got an ice and an air right now. And I'm going to take Iriel and his Lightbringer over to Lene. And they are going to... I've got to recast the summons with him. He needs the fire. And I think the earth is already over there. So let's see. Yeah, I have to recast the summon fire for him. And the earth is already over here. So that's his 3 summons. Now for her, oh yeah, I need to put Enium back in town. And send Homasa back to Ziggertok. But yeah, if we go to Miriam, or Mayriam, she has an air elemental with us. She's on her way. Why did she end up at Kieran's Hold when she's headed to Thailand? Why didn't she cut through Athica? Because she's supposed to be going to Thailand. There's already an ice elemental there. So it's ice and air, and she needs a Lightbringer of a sort, but the only summons I think she has access to is air and ice. Yeah, she's got summon ice elemental, summon air elemental. So I need to pick up a level with her and get a wisp. If I look at her, how much experience does she need? She needs a whole bunch. So she's going to have to do some questing to get her last one. Now the nearby Crystal Crag is available here. So let's go ahead and... Crystals are kind of a problem for me, so I need that as soon as possible. Olafisa completed its school. So it is now working on the Butcher, and I can upgrade that school to a college. Urin completed a town hall. Uran completed a town hall. It's now working on the shrine. Avalan completed a pioneer. And we're going to try our best to run it down here as soon as possible. We made it in 1 turn, so we are going to have them settle. Now, I'm low on mana, so I don't think I can do a lot of my city spells. Let's see, I need... Sovereign's Call. On both of these towns. What else do we want to put on this town? Right now, we will do a meditation, and I think enchanted hammers. Now, Kamob is actually the one that's going to end up with this crystal quarry, I bet. As a matter of fact, I can push towards it. Is there anything else worth pushing towards? There's forest way down there. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get over to the forest. And 3 to get there. That'd be 11 buildings. How many buildings does Lene have? Yeah, I think I can get 11 buildings. So Kamab is going to need a bell tower. And I think we'll do it back away from the road. It's going to need a cleric, and I will put the cleric there and the study there. And along the road this way, I want the workshop right there, which means it's going to be a while before I get the workshop. The garden would be the storehouse. Actually, we could put the garden right there and the study back there. And I think we're going to want like the colleges and stuff right up here. So this is going to be a hard one to build for right now, I think. I mean, I can always move the buildings later. So I could churn out the workshop right here just for the faster production or stuff like that. But nah, I kind of like... I do know I'm going to want the cleric over here, close to town. And of course, we're going to want to produce growth. Now, after we get the monument built here, we are going to need a bell tower. There's nothing really to chase toward. I don't think I can get to that forest. So yeah, let's just put the bell tower right here. I could get to the forest. But then my 2 cities would probably be meeting. I think I will go with the workshop close to town. And we'll actually start with the workshop, I think. Yeah, we'll do the workshop, the bell tower, then the monument, and of course we'll produce growth right now. Iberin, there's no forest anywhere nearby. I think I could push up that way, but that's in their borders. I don't think I could get it. I could try building along here, but I don't think I could get to the forest. So we'll just develop Iberin in the vicinity here. It's just a town. And we need to start with the workshop, or start with the bell tower. And then we can build the workshop next to the crystal. And of course, produce growth. Now, Lord Relias's army needs to split up. Lord Relias needs to go back to Athica. And I didn't take any equipment with him, other than something I think to sell. Yeah, I can sell that Guardian Blade. Yanusk needs to return to Avalan. Immitlook. Oh, Adabrasbar needed to go with Lord Relias. Look and Mausolus and the dragon need to go back to Aplerunin. Tuatha needs to return to Haladime. And the remaining members, well, first we need to swing north to give Hayden his staff back. Nearby Crystal Crag is within my zone of control near Urin. Catapult is completed in Athica. It needs to go to Avalan. Things zipped along kind of fast. Now, there was somebody else. Adubraspar had an item. Yeah, he's got that Iru elixir. Alejandre's army is right here. So let's do a trade and have Adubraspar give Alejandra that item, because he's going to the person that's going to need it. I don't believe it was Alejandra that needed it. No, it's the guy he's going to travel to who needs it. Oh, what items does Iriel have? He has the Flickering Ring, the Ring of Calling, the Turtle Charm, and the Band of Agility. He has a spare Band of Agility, Band of the Stalwart, and Belt of Speed, along with some volcanic gauntlets that go to somebody with plate mail. So yeah, I actually do have some items that I need to trade around. Homasa is right here. Let's trade some items. Let's give him the plate mail, the Band of the Stalwart, the Belt of Speed, and the Band of Agility. And I think he will actually, he's got an Amulet of Life. We'll give him the Band of Agility, the Band of the Stalwart, and the Belt of Speed. And somebody near him will probably end up needing plate mail. Yeah, he's the one who needs the Iru elixir, as a matter of fact. Oh, Alejandra's army made it here in one turn. Let's have Hayton come out and trade. He's got 2 Amulets of Haste. Well, Alejandra can use an Amulet of Haste. So I have Amulet of Flames, Amulet of Haste, Amulet of Warding. I need my staff back. And now Alejandra can go to Ziggertok. Liramug completed its market. It's working on a timber mill. Now that I have the market, I can put the grocer right here along the road. And yeah, I can't build that diagonal. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings left. Well, the tax office is an upgrade. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings left. 1, 2, 3, 4 would get me there. The garden will eventually be a storehouse. The well will be a festival. So we want the well right here. After the well is built, we can put like the cleric there, or the garden there, the monument, and the study way the hell back here. Or monument, garden, study right there, and we'll actually have the cleric like maybe here. Yeah, we'll queue up the cleric here. So the well and the cleric are really fast at this point. Let's do the cleric first, the well, and then proceed onward from there. Bunch of construction is done. Laramug completed its cleric. We can upgrade that to a shrine. And we will actually get that shrine right after the well and before the timber mill. A Haraban completed its mill. It's working on a timber mill. We'll put the market right here. And then we'll probably put the merchant here and the grocer here. Enchantress completed its workshop. It's now working on a bell tower. Since the workshop is completed, I can upgrade that to a mason right after the bell tower. We can put the monument right here. And it's actually pretty quick, so let's go ahead and do it. Well, it's still 2. We'll do it after the bell tower, I think. Iburn completed a bell tower. It's now producing growth. Because I was waiting for the bell tower for anything else, we want the workshop next. And after the workshop, we can start on the Crystal Crag. We'll actually do the Town Hall before the Crystal Quarry, I think. Or maybe not. Kamab has completed its bell tower. It's now working on the Cleric. That bell tower can become a town hall. And I think we want the monument right here. And we can actually go ahead and do that next. So I decided to go ahead and do the clay quarry for Liramug and move it first because it adds an extra material, which would be 29 more production. Why hasn't Lord Relias made it to town yet? Lord Relias and Adu Brassbar. What the hell? There we go. For some reason I had 2 Adu Brassbars. Adu Brassbar was already in town, but he was also with Lord Relias. There we go. That was messed up. And how far out is Tuatha? Tuatha has made it back to town. And I have made it back with Prelius, so I can do the trading here. I was going to give the Heart of the Glacier the Banishing Warhammer needs to go to him. And this Hamish is the one who needs the Heart of the Glacier. I'll have Prelius take the Volcanic Gauntlets for now. And Alahande needs to give the Iru Elixir to Homasa. Because Homasa still has Afraid of Dying. That's gone now. Uran has completed its shrine. It's now working on a garden. We can upgrade that shrine, I believe. No, I guess not. What is that building? Did I accidentally place another building there? Oh, that's the Guild Grocer. Okay, the Guild Grocer got thrown right there. Now that we have that building, I could build this way. I could also build here directly. But right here gets me one closer. I think I want the merchant right here. And we want to do that right now. Kamab has completed its monument. It's now working on a cleric. And we can upgrade that monument to a guardian statue. And we can actually put the workshop back over here near the crystals. And the workshop is pretty quick, so we should knock it out now. And it has been another 5 years. And we have cleaned out 2 of the wildlands. And it probably won't be too much later before I really get annoyed with Craxus and start destroying them. I would like to build up a little bit more of my defenses. I have a lot more fun in games like this of planning out defenders to cities than actually fighting with them. But I am going to have to go through and do some upgrades. I do have a decent supply of my treasury now. But again, it's been another 5 years, so thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.